Hello all. Congratulations to the all new mothers and moms to be. We are here celebrating World Breastfeeding Week. Why breastfeeding is so important? The WHO generally recommends breastfeeding, exclusive breastfeeding for the first 6 months, followed by complementary feeding and breastfeeding for the 18 months, and then it is choice of the mother and the child if they want to continue further. So this is Dr. Palak Dengla here. I take care of the physiotherapy department and a lactation consultant. So today I'll be discussing a bit upon the importance of breastfeeding and how can we increase the supply of milk as well. So first most key important thing is, why is breastfeeding so essential for the mother and the child? So breastfeeding is anti-cancerous in nature for the child and the mother. It protects from a lot of autoimmune diseases in the future. It's anti-allergic in nature, and the most important thing is it has potent stem cells. So breast milk has active live stem cells present in it, which keeps the development and growth of the organs in the child active. So that is why it is believed that the brain development, the gut development of the child is much better in kids who are breastfed. That's how it protects from many of the diseases, and it also has, it's proven to have wittier kids if the child was breastfed in his early infancy. The most important question that mothers come across is how to increase the supply of milk. Now, many mothers will start giving up on breastfeeding in the initial 2 weeks itself, wherein the initial 2 weeks are the prep up phase and a stepping up phase for the mother. So initially, when the child is born, for the first 3 weeks, the demand of the child's stomach is hardly 1 teaspoon per feed. So you can just imagine 1 teaspoon is just very small, but the mother thinks that I'm getting only drops of milk, so my child is not fed well. That is really wrong. The child is well fed. How you will come to know that your child is well fed is you have to count the number of wet diapers or the wet nappies. If the child is having around 6 to 8 wet diapers a day, that's more than enough. The child is well fed. If the growth and weight development of the child is optimal enough as per his age, then the child is well fed. If the child's milestones are rightly achieved at the right time, he is a well fed child. So mothers think that if the child is cranky, that means his stomach is empty. Please don't correlate an empty stomach and a crying, cranky baby. So it's not true. You have to check with your doctors, you have to check with your lactation consultants if you're facing any problems in your lactation journey. It's a very beautiful, gratifying journey. So please enjoy that instead of, cribbing about it and giving up on breastfeeding, which is so important for you and your child. Moreover, I would also like to focus upon the ways to increase the supply. So breastfeeding is directly proportional to the demand. If the child's demand is there, the brain understands and it produces more. So the more number of times you feed the child in the day, the more you will produce. So try to feed the child 6 to 8 times. Try to not give him formula. Understand your child better, and you will automatically produce that much. Number 2 important thing is to increase your water intake. Now, milk production in the body is directly proportional to the amount of water you intake. So try to have somewhere around 3 to 4 liters of water a day. You can have 3 to 4 bottles next to you and target that I have to finish them during the day. The third most important thing is night feeds. So many of the mothers would give up on the night feeds. Please don't do that, because the hormone prolactin, which is a milk producer in the body, is produced more in the night. So if the mothers give up on night feed, the prolactin levels come down, automatically your milk production might come down. To give you an example, I am also a mother of a 2-year-old kid. So it's very important to breastfeed the kid. Now I can understand retrospectively in my own example also, saying that he is not such a picky eater. Why? Because I believe, and also the research says, that if the child is breastfed well, he won't be a picky eater in future, and I can really see that happening. So he does throw tantrums at times, but if the child is really well fed in the initial 6 months, I believe that the choice of food and I don't want this, I want this only, and whatever you give, he will be happy with it, and he might self-feed on his own. So getting him an independent eater becomes an easier way rather than facing a lot of challenges. So I myself found that to be easier. Secondly, I would also like to focus on the right latch to avoid any future complications like engorgement, and mastitis, it's very important that the latch is correct. So if the hold of the mother, if the latch is improper, if the mouth is not correctly latched to the mother's breast, there are very high chances that you might land up into complications, and that forces you to discontinue breastfeeding. So I would request you to have your latch corrected by your lactation consultant to avoid any future complications. And very important thing that I would like to focus on is breastfeeding versus bottle feed. So mothers would ask me that, can I express the milk out and then give to the child? Yes, you can do that if you're a working mother. If nature has forced you to do that, it's not a bad way out, because it's better than giving up on it completely. But if it's possible, try to continue direct breastfeeding to the child, because it has a lot of benefits. It not only benefits the growth and development of the child, but also helps in the bond connection of the mother and the child, which is better. It helps in oxytocin release, which helps to increase the production of the milk. It helps in a proper dental formation. The teeth are better, the swallowing of the child is better in the future. So I would strongly recommend all mothers to try their best on breastfeeding, continue it as much as possible. If you're facing any kind of challenges, do consult your lactation consultant, your gynecologist, and get it sorted. And I would strongly recommend to continue, because the benefits of breastfeeding exceeds the challenges faced by the mother during the journey. So all the best to all the mothers. Thank you.